So you're in the market for a new bronzer, but you're not sure which ones are actually good and worth your money. And if you have a deep skin tone like mine, which one's actually gonna show up on your skin tone? Well, grab your pen and paper because I'm gonna put you on to some of my favorites. If you've seen any of my videos, then you know this one was coming, but Miss Say in the shade Deep Bronze is my favorite bronzer out there. As you can tell, I love her real bad, and I even have a backup ready. They call it the Sun Melt, and I feel like that's such a fitting name because it really does give you that, like, I've been laying out in the sun all day and it just like perfectly melts into the skin. This shade is like a warm red shade, which is personally how I like my bronzers to look. They do have a deeper, cooler shade. She's super pigmented, so you can pack it on, but it's a very natural looking bronzer. So if you feel like you just need a little bronze, but you don't want to wear any makeup, you can. But if you're going for like a full beat, also works perfectly. Like, she's multi-talented. My second favorite one is Patrick Ta's in the shade She's Defined. The cream part is described as a contour and the powder part is described as a bronzer. But personally, and I only ever really use the cream part, personally, I just feel like it gives me bronzer vibes, but this shade specifically has like a warm red undertone, and I don't like contours. As you can see, she's very warm, so I'm gonna keep calling it a bronzer, but they call it a contour. She's also super blendable, has a very natural finish, and I feel like she is a little more pigmented than the Say one. I feel like for the Say one, you definitely do have to like build her up a little bit. This one swipe and boom, you're there. Now moving on to powder, which I always use a powder bronzer to set my cream bronzer. My favorite powder one has got to be Miss NARS in the shade Laguna 08. This one is like a neutral undertone powder. Powder bronzer. This is very long lasting. I mean, it is a powder, so I would hope so. It gives you like a very natural, radiant finish, and it just like blends like butter. I don't even know how to describe it. Genuinely just adds the most beautiful warmth to your face. They do have another shade, Laguna 07, which is more of like a warm red tone, which I'm surprised I didn't take that one because I usually like the red tones, but I have a neutral undertone, so I was like, let's try something different, and I ended up loving it. Last but certainly not least, we have Miss Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 4/Deep. This is another warm shade, and it has like a very matte finish, and it literally just goes onto your skin like silk. My only thing about this bronzer is they have only 4 shades compared to NARS, which has like 8 or 9 shades, so I feel like they could definitely expand. But formula-wise, it is amazing, very silky, and just gives your skin this very like airbrushed look. I've tried a lot of different bronzers, but these are the ones that stood out to me, and I feel like I actually use on an everyday basis. Let me know if you try out any of them. I love you. Bye.